Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family-owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre-need and at-need arrangements by calling us at 702-647-0123. Once again, that number is 702-647-0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern-day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This your host, Dre Bailey.
It's your man, Goose Thomas. What it is, people.
Mr. Bill, Block, and Logan in the building today, man. We appreciate everybody giving us a little bit of your time on this Saturday. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time, we give you guys the best of sports talk radio. This is us, man.
In the flesh.
There were 1,000 podcasts created because of our show. When we say
1,000?
You want me to say it for the people in the back?
I mean, when you said 1,000, I think that's... Come on, man. Oh, man. Oh, no, man. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, you know, Damon Wayans did.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Remember that old Major Payne?
Oh, no.
He got a bunch of new recruits that came in, and one of the recruits was deaf.
Yes.
And he was talking to the recruit, and the guy had the ball. He was throwing it up. And Quan's gonna find this. He's gonna find this clip. And he was throwing the ball up, and he was like, "Why isn't he listening?" And all of the recruits said, "Major Payne, he's deaf." So he went over to the guy, and he goes, so funny.
Oh, no.
Give me that ball.
No.
Ping and kinking before I take my foot and put it in your One of the funniest parts of the movie ever.
Major Payne was a hilarious movie, period. It's hilarious.
Yeah. But a lot of podcasts have been created because of the Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Show. We
People got
appreciate
something
you.
to say, man.
We appreciate you. Everybody has something to say.
People got something to say.
And that's good, man. We want people to get it out. We want you to get it out. You know, allow your larynx to get the vocal exercise that you need.
Yeah.
Every Saturday at 2 p.m. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
So we have you during the week also for your fix. Yeah. There's a lot of sports being made, a lot of noise being made in sports this week. Lots of it.
Yeah.
The weather's been kind of crazy here in Las Vegas. It rained. Then it had a windstorm earlier today.
Crazy. That's weird.
You know, it's all over the place, man. Follow Let the Ball Bounce on Twitter, and that's with one T. Let the Ball Bounce at gmail.com if you want to be a sponsor of the show. It's really simple. Shoot us an email at lettheballbounce@gmail.com, and we will shoot you the sponsorship packages. Appreciate all of the former sponsors of the Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio Show. You guys help catapult us to where we are now, and we appreciate the sponsors that are sponsoring now. because you continue to show us support and catapult us to where we want to go. So do us a favor right now by, if you're watching us on Let the Ball Bounce on Facebook, is share the live feed.
That's how you can help us.
That's how you can help.
Right there.
It's we're not asking for money. We're asking for your support in sharing. Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree with
Not
that.
sharing is Karen, but sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Let the Ball Bounce on IG. You know what I'm saying? We need to start doing more shows on IG again, like we used to, because we would get
old
some
school,
traction.
man.
Old school.
That's gutter right there.
Yeah, super gutter, man.
Super gutter right
So we appreciate it.
there. Yeah, man.
We appreciate you guys for showing us some love, man. How's your week been going so far with this weather? A little bit.
It was, what was that, Thursday?
Mm.
It was 122 degrees outside, bro. I worked overtime that day,
122.
so I'm working overtime at UMC at the hospital. So I'm on lunch and I go to my vehicle. I press the start. I crank the air. And the air wouldn't blow as cold as it usually does. I look across the dash.
122.
122.
Inside of that thing.
I said the AC just got tired. It just,
Yeah, it does that.
that's what it does.
Yeah.
I wonder how many accidental deaths that the mob caused back in the day here in Las Vegas. You know, they locked them in the trunk inside. You know what? We're going to drive around a little.
Accidental?
Well, we're going to put them in the trunk. We're going to drive around a little bit to scare them.
Yeah.
But it was just so hot
just forgot about it.
that they opened the trunk and it was just over with.
Accidental?
Those the same ones that
I
end up
ask
in the
again.
barrel.
I ask again.
Those-
Accidental?
Those
If
the same
they-
ones that end up in the barrel.
Yeah. I believe that if they put you in the trunk still alive, you still have a shot to live. It's when they put you in there and you're no longer moving. Like the movie Goodfellas, when they put homeboy in the trunk, they thought he was dead until they were driving around for a couple of hours and they heard him wake up in the beating on the trunk.
Beating on the trunk.
And it's like, this guy's still alive.
Oh no, they didn't. They couldn't have thought he was dead because all they did was beat him.
To death, they thought.
They thought
They thought. Yeah.
But then they opened the trunk and
he
gave,
was hitting on that thing, and they heard that noise. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be happening.
He had that.
He asked mom if he can borrow it though. You know, we hit a deer. We need to cut it out. Great movie. Las Vegas is a pioneer for mobsters back in the day. They have a mob museum here in Las Vegas. So you ever come to Las Vegas, go check it out, man. It's actually
Very informative.
It's very informative, man.
I made a post the other day about Johnny Taco's old gym.
Yes.
Somebody should come up with a plan to make that a
A
museum,
museum, yeah.
because back in the 70s and 80s when there were big fights, even into the 90s,
Everybody.
Mike Tyson, they would train there.
Everybody
Yeah.
trained at Johnny Tacos.
You know.
Yeah.
And now it's just sitting over there.
Nothing.
You know,
Wow. Yeah, man.
that would be a nice attraction, I think.
I think Vegas probably tear it down like they do everything else.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, they're starting to paint over all those pictures of
Yeah,
boxers
see,
that's on there.
that's what don't need to happen.
Yeah.
That needs to stay.
I understand that Vegas, and over the course of years, that we have to grow. That, you know, we grow.
Yeah.
But it makes it hard for Vegas and his historians to have places that resemble some type of history. You know, you go to other states and other places in other countries, and you can drive by old landmarks,
Yeah.
and you know, they have tour guides about the history of this place and the history of that place. It's hard for Vegas because they tear it down and put something new up. All we can say was That chevron right there, it was not always there. There used to be a so-and-so. Or remember the old zoo right off of Rancho and
Oh boy,
Owens.
that zoo has been made into several jokes by local comedians.
Right?
Yeah,
But that was
it was the spot. Though.
that was pretty big for me when I
It
was a
the spot.
kid.
It was a spot as a kid.
When I was a
for
kid,
sure.
I was taken to that zoo.
Absolutely.
Now, although it wasn't a big zoo like a Chicago Zoo
Right,
or
San Diego
Diego
Zoo.
Zoo,
Yeah.
something big, it was something for us.
Yeah.
And so that's what
My
I'm
church
talking-
was right behind that zoo.
Yeah.
And one day during church, the mountain lion got out.
Oh boy.
And so we had to stay in for a little bit.
Oh boy.
Because he got out a lot.
Oh boy.
You had a big lion in a little zoo.
Oh boy.
He loved getting out.
I
So-
stayed in the apartments from the zoo. There's the desert is a bar right there still.
Yeah.
There's some apartments back
That
there.
Irish bar.
Yeah, I stayed in those apartments when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's where me and Cat Daddy became friends. We were
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, man.
In those,
Even that bar is gone.
is it gone? It's
They haven't torn it down. The building's still there.
the
but-
building's still
Oh,
there.
okay. Because I know
There's
it's
a very good taco truck that sits in front of there
Yeah.
a lot, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a brother who washes cars right there.
Yeah.
He has a
Yeah.
whole little setup right there, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, you heard what else is about to be gone.
The
Yeah.
Texas,
Yeah.
Texas Station
And Fiesta.
and
Texas
Fiesta, located in the Northwest Valley of Las Vegas.
Rest in peace, Club Tequila, man.
It was definitely two casinos for locals. You didn't, if you were visiting, chances are, if you were staying on the strip at the, Bellagio or Mirage, you weren't going to go to the Texas or the Fiesta. But people who lived in the surrounding area would frequently go there, cash their check, go have a drink, go watch the games on the weekend, sports book, go to the movies. We used to go to the Texas Theater all the time, or go bowling,
Gaming.
gaming, nightlife on the weekends for locals.
Yeah.
And they are doing away with it.
Yeah. I call it the $2 spot, man.
If people
$2
wanted to
spot.
go put in a real quick bet real quick,
One time.
you go right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
$2,
You know.
what was it? The $2 margaritas.
Yeah.
Man.
Cheap meth.
Whoa.
Cheap meth.
Whoa.
I wouldn't know
You
about
ever go in there at midnight? It's all zombies walking around there. I used to do Lyft and Uber, so that was one of my pit stops to, go to the bathroom, maybe put in a bed.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was zombies. And I think that's the reason they never reopened after the pandemic. The Fertitas even said that was less than 9% of their total income for station casinos. So what they're going to do with it now, though, who knows? Who knows if they're going
you
to try to
got Santa
sell
Fe.
it? But
And
they
you
said
got-
they're demolishing it.
Yeah.
All right. So,
And
Which-
you got
which-
Santa Fe Station down the street.
It's
So.
not too
it's
far.
right up
Which
the
means
street,
they're going to be liquidating a lot of stuff that's on the inside, maybe, and selling some
so.
stuff. I wish I can go in there and get a nice roulette table. That'd be dope. Put that joint in my crib,
at the house.
at the crib. Or get some bar stools or something.
Yeah.
Something.
They'll probably have it up.
A couple of those TVs they can sell for
Yes.
$100.
Yes.
Just get rid of.
Yes. Absolutely, man.
So, yeah, man, it's really hard. When Vegas is one of the smallest cities, but biggest cities at the same time, because the alarming rate that Las Vegas is growing by the month. People are constantly moving here, and so we're getting bigger and better. But I would like to, savor some small things that they are tearing down, so we can have a little bit of history here. Because I've listened to people who move to Vegas or come to Vegas, and they're like, you guys don't have any history here. I'm like, you know what? You're right.
I mean,
They're tearing it down. Like, I wish they would keep, is the Moulin Rouge still up?
no. That is Desert Lot.
That makes
No.
no sense,
No,
bro.
it's Desert Lot.
It kept burning down.
That makes no sense. The Moulin Rouge was for us.
That's historical. That's a historical site.
It makes no sense for the wealthy black people that came out of Vegas to allow that building to be torn down. I really believe that they should have came together to at least keep it up, remodel it, and let's keep it.
It's been proposed to be, well, the county owns that from what I've heard, the county owns that property now, not the city. The county owns it. They had a plan for some high-rise condos over there.
High-rise condos right in front of the coast.
Another hotel, another casino, and then all those were nixed, after they really demolished everything on that property.
And they've talked about redoing the Moulin Rouge. Like, that was one of the rumors a couple years ago, right before the pandemic. They're going to redo it.
Well, they were trying to
be black owned.
Yeah, they were trying to get Oprah and Bill Cosby and all these people to
they're not
invest
from
in
here. It's going to take the people from this area who are wealthy to invest back into the area. Yeah. We can't expect Oprah from Chicago, Bill Cosby from Hillman to come down here and save something as monumental to us.
Right.
Well, the reason why, they really asked those people were because knowing that it's a historical monument in Vegas, and it still is, that was one of the places where after black performers performed on the Strip, they came down.
Bingo.
They came down there and did more performing and stayed at the hotel.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Bill.
That's where they could stay.
Pretty sure.
That's where they had to stay. They couldn't stay on the Strip.
Yeah,
you can perform,
but
you can't stay.
But you can't stay.
Got to go.
No.
So
I really believe that they should have kept it. Can you imagine if they tried to come to the West Side and say, you know what, we're gonna tear down Doolittle?
Now you know whose mom used to be a dancer there? Kim Bailey, who owns the magazine.
Yeah,
her mother used to be one of the dancers, performers there.
Yeah.
At Doolittle? No, at the Moulin Rouge.
You know, and my distant cousin Pearl used to perform there.
Yeah.
So I
it's tough, man. There were talks about preserving it. This was some years ago, though. This was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, where they were talking about preserving the area and actually rebuilding the Moulin Rouge. There were talks about it.
But my thing is, okay, if you rebuild the Moulin Rouge, it can't go back to what it was.
No,
it can't.
Yeah, I mean, you have, of course.
So my thing is, make it something viable for the community and the people over there. Make it a retail shopping center,
right? And
call it the Moulin Rouge Commons or something like that. That's what, make it and put some stores over there that's not on the West Side.
Right.
Everybody else got, tropical smoothies and all these places, and and have a name brand grocery store there. That's a major hub back and forth, east and west.
Right.
So you can't tell me it wouldn't make any money.
Absolutely.
It would.
It would.
Absolutely. Maybe one of the sites, that's being torn down. Maybe we can, do some Moulin Rouge base there. With those two properties.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of land right there.
Yeah, it's a lot of land.
Right there at Lake Mead Rancho, man. So, I mean, who knows, man? We'll see. I mean, I like Dre said about the history. I think the city's history they try to preserve at the Boneyard. And for those that don't know what the Boneyard is, it's basically the casinos that get demolished or no longer in use. They take the signs from those casinos and put them at the Boneyard right across right on the Cashman Field property right there across from Cashman Field.
Yeah. I wish they still had the landmark. I understand, the dunes. My granny used to work at the landmark. She used to get up.
Both my aunties worked there.
Yeah, she used to get up at 4 a.m. But let me tell you one thing they won't tear down. That old test site.
Oh, test site ain't going nowhere.
I got an auntie that still work. Ooh, we can't talk about the test site.
My homegirl's been there 17 years.
Remember a couple years ago, people said they were going to storm the test site or something like that?
Or storm Area 51.
Or Area 51?
No, you're not. You're not storming Area 51.
There's like 10 people. Who went
They
through
were
it.
told that
You'll
as soon as you
disintegrate.
cross a foot over that line,
You'll disintegrate. Cut it out.
We have a right to know what's going on out there.
okay.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Tiptoe your funk ass. Disintegration. Thin air. What happened to Johnny? Tried to storm Area 51 and they zapped his.
We have a right.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
Have at it.
We got the right to zap you.
We still got people who really believe that they're harboring aliens.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's what they think. They think aliens are being held out. Here's my thing. If they are, ain't none of your business.
They've been out there for years, man. Have at it. If that's the case, have at it, man.
Yeah.
They ain't bothering me.
How many aliens
You
did
ain't bothering
anything to
me?
y'all?
Not one.
Not one.
So not one alien set tripped against you.
No,
Not
not one.
Neither.
You don't know that.
I ain't, man. I ain't.
Reptilians.
I've never stepped foot in my porch.
Speaking of aliens, AT aliens, you hear
Shout
what
out,
you
man.
listen to what you listen to right now?
Come on, man.
Gangster.
Gangster,
Not
man.
this Mexican dude.
You talking about
You stupid.
Hispanics now?
This guy, man.
What's going on?
Alien.
He on the roll, man. This guy on the roll today, man.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
Kwanzaa?
He's on the roll.
Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa? What?
Let me find out. If I come in here one time, you got a kufi on. It's gonna be a
Oh,
problem.
it's that deal. So I gotta wonder at that point.
We love y'all, man. Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio, man. If you want to give us a call, please do. At the top of the hour, 702-608-3259. Once again, that number, 702-608-3259.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
We love y'all, man. We got a lot of sports. I guess we can start here, since it's not going to be, it's coming quick, but it's not a lot to talk about NBA basketball.
Yeah.
But the ESPYs
Mm-hmm.
was just on handing out awards on live TV a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
And Steph Curry, who has a terrible stylist, I may add. I didn't like the outfit. But anyways, he hosted the ESPYs.
Has
And
been
they-
known for his threads.
Yeah, the ESPYs made it all about BG, free BG.
Yeah.
Not my homie BG.
Right.
Not baby gangster and them, from the north. Brittany Griner. They really Billie Jean King had something to say about it.
Of course you would.
They really say that she's a political prisoner and
No, she's not.
we need to go and free BG from abroad.
Okay, so
storm,
when you
storm
ask
the Russian
them-
prison, then
So when you ask a person who's on this free BG thing, what are their solutions? What is the American people? What is the United States supposed to do?
Now I haven't
Because
heard,
they don't have an answer. All they're doing is saying free BG.
very true.
How, Sway?
storm Russia.
There is not going to be
Bomb Russia for BG, huh? Lord. Make it make sense, man. That's all we ask. Come on.
I have not had I haven't saw an action plan. I haven't saw an action plan. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, Russia has already told you what could possibly free her.
They want something for something.
And his name is Victor Bout.
And you ain't about to get
It's not funny.
that
y'all.
ain't about to happen. Come on, man. What's really good? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let me get this in real quick. So look, Let the Ball Bounce, Sports Talk Radio, producers of the show, your guy Dre Bailey, Goose Thomas, Bill Blockham, Logan Sherm, executive producers of the show, Shake DeVille out in Long Beach, our Laker insider, and music producers of the show, Quan 59 and Speak Low Crockett out in St. Louis. But yeah, go ahead, Goose.
I got nothing, man. That's it. Like,
She looks good though.
She's in good health.
That's what they said at the show.
From what we understand, when we see the images of her, she doesn't look deteriorated. She doesn't look
She better not be.
worn. She looks to be in good health and being treated as if she's at least human being worthy.
And what I'm hearing through my sources,
Russian source?
yeah,
You got Russian source?
I
Whoa.
do.
Whoa, this is tough.
what I'm hearing through my sources is that she's actually on the women's side of the prison also.
Okay, good.
So
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's cool. That's cool.
I didn't want to, really.
She's taking all them women down.
Camera off me. Camera off me, please. So we need to see some type of action plan.
So
We need to get Rambo on this.
We're going to keep on just spewing
Tony
rhetoric.
Stark, come to the rescue.
So we're going to just keep on spewing rhetoric, thinking that's going to get her out.
I mean, I've got nothing for this. I really
Because
don't.
I need to hear from you free BG people a plan to get her out. And don't ask Biden, because Biden and Putin aren't going to talk.
Yes,
But Biden right now has COVID. And please, people out there, COVID has returned, yet everything is still open.
Yeah.
So anyways, make sure that you continue your distancing, and you're wearing your mask. COVID is back. And I don't see a lot of uproar on, why people are still working and stuff like that. But Biden has COVID. And so I really doubt that Biden is really thinking twice about this situation.
He's not thinking about Brittany Griner, man. He barely read the letter. He's not thinking about Brittany Griner, man.
I want to know, if I write a letter to the president, will it actually get there?
I mean,
Because Tupac wrote a letter to the president.
I don't think it got there, man. Who did he write it to? Bill?
Bush.
Wrote it to Bush. Might have been Bill.
No, it was Bush, I think.
Was it?
Around that time. You can pull up letter to
So
the president,
that'd have been
find out when that album came out and see what.
super early 90s.
Was it 96 though?
That had to be
Because
Bill.
Bill took over in 92, correct?
Here, let me call Monica
Yeah.
and ask her.
Stupid. You wow for that, bros.
Yeah, Bill was 93 to 01.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that when?
Bush was
there you
89
go.
to 93.
Now, is that when the letter to the president song came out by Tupac? And we'll find out who he was writing.
It's
Rest in heaven to
one of them
Tupac, because people still seem to think that they see him in odd places.
So I'm on a couple of viral videos. Mexican cat trying to portray him. Didn't work out well.
Bruh.
didn't work out.
I'm trying to find out what the action plan is for freeing Britney, because no one seems to have one. And they're used to, the states used to always count on a person like Rambo to go in behind enemy lines and rescue our own. I think he's the only person that could do that.
Okay. Y'all notice Rambo never wore a bulletproof vest?
Didn't
like
need
ever.
to.
He was always bare chested with hella 223 rounds. What are you doing? Like, really? You just in there, huh? All right.
Just in there.
Just in there.
He's
Guess
Rambo.
what
He
it
don't
is.
need all. He don't need all that.
Yeah. So if anybody has an action plan for freeing BG, let us know. But the ESPYs came on, and Steph Curry had a lot of jokes towards LA Laker fans, and I'm saying to myself, y'all won a chip. Why y'all still talking about Lakers?
Well, you know why, man.
And real quick, Letter to the President was released in '99. So Tupac wrote his verse in the Bahamas
No.
and mailed it over to the Outlaws. So who knows what? Who knows
who
what
he was talking to?
Yeah, because it could have been
Maybe neither one.
Bush, could have been Clinton, could have been Bush too.
Yeah, man. BG, man.
Big up to the surviving Outlaws.
Free BG.
I thought it was a good show, but they made it all about BG. Klay Thompson won the comeback player of the year, and he had a really good speech, basically lined out for Kobe and Vanessa. I don't know if he was trying to shoot his shot. Sounded like to me, but he did give a shout out to Kobe Bryant, and he really made it all about Kobe Bryant during that moment. But team of the year was the Golden State Warriors. So I don't know. I think they need to stop having athletes do the monologues and bring real comedians in to do these things.
I mean, when Drake hosted that year, I thought that was pretty
Drake is dope though.
pretty clever.
Like his
stuff was pretty
but Drake comes from a
show business background, yeah.
theatrical
Yep.
background.
Yep.
He said
You know.
Steph doesn't have any personality.
It's a little dry. And I don't want people thinking that that's hate.
Oh, you're too late for that. Yeah, they think it's hate.
They probably think he's the best host ever. Huh? Well, yeah. Some of the outfits were, pretty exaggerated. But how many times do you guys really watch the ESPYs?
This was the first time I didn't watch it live.
You're a hater.
Since it's been
I didn't watch it either. Double haters here.
yeah, I had other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Got a daughter with a broken leg. I'm not thinking about the ESPYs. Just not.
I haven't watched it since a dude won Woman of the Year.
That's
That
interesting.
was 2017. I haven't watched it since.
That's interesting.
Who was that? Caitlin?
Yeah.
Woman of the year. ESPN. Yeah, sure did.
That's probably
Y'all saw
when it was time to.
Y'all saw it?
It was almost won this year.
That happened. Y'all saw it? Hey, man,
Didn't watch it.
The world we live in.
is what it is.
Didn't watch it.
World we live in.
I think I was watching the Dodger game
There you go.
Thursday night. It was Thursday night, right? It's the ESPYs Thursday.
Yeah, it's Saturday, Wednesday night, I think it was.
No, I wasn't watching the Dodger game that night. I was Thursday.
Yeah, because baseball started back Thursday night.
Yep.
Yeah.
So since we're here on the NBA, I want you guys to pay attention to this list. I'm going to give you a list of top free agents right now that are still available for any team. If you have a favorite team, your team still has a little bit of money for these guys. And then we can go and talk about why these guys may still be on the list and who you're surprised that are still on this list. But Lou Williams, still on the list.
You can help somebody.
Montrezl Harrell, a.k.a. I want to be a D-boy now, is on the list.
And he will probably stay on.
Carmelo Anthony, still on the list. Doolittle's finest, DeMarcus Cousins, is on the list.
He's in the Doolittle family now. I don't know if we can.
He played there?
Yeah, he did. But he ain't the Mecca though.
He wasn't balling like we see ballers balling at Doolittle either. He shot about how many threes?
At least 12.
In the first
At least the first 10. We only stayed for the first half. At least he shot at least 12 in the first 2 quarters. Yeah.
Eric Pascal,
Okay.
Markieff Morris,
Okay.
Herman Gomez, the one that the movie was.
Yeah. Y'all seen Hustle?
It's actually a good movie.
That's a dope movie, bro.
It's actually a good movie.
It's a dope concept.
It is.
I like it, man. I really do.
Somebody in the comments is like, he should go to the Celtics like in the movie. I'm like, they filmed that live. They filmed that for real. He was on the Celtics.
He was on the team.
That'd be so cool if he actually went to the Celtics like in the movie.
Oh boy, that's tough, man.
He was already on there. He just didn't play.
People.
He was sitting behind the assistant coach, taking the free throw stats.
Behind the assistant coach's trainer.
He's in good shape.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I like him.
So, Eric Bledsoe. Are you surprised? I'm surprised to see Eric Bledsoe still on the free agent list. Still.
Eric Bledsoe ain't been on the radar like that either.
But some of those vet players want to wait because let's see how this roster shapes up. Let's see who's in contention, and let me try to go there because I got a couple years left on this vet minimum, and I might not want to go to training camp, so I could sign on to a team in December instead.
Yeah.
Josh Jackson.
Whoa,
He's young guy.
he's a high pick too.
Yeah, he was a high pick.
Yeah.
Rajon Rondo. You think it may be time for him to hang it up?
Are we looking at?
Or you think he still has some
16,
value?
16 years for Rajon Rondo?
He has some backup point guard value still.
Okay.
Yeah. He can still get out there.
Jeremy Lamb. I'm surprised to see him on there. He can score the bucket.
I'm not surprised to see him.
He's
on there,
streaky. He's streaky.
though.
Dwight Howard.
He can still add some shot blocking ability, rebounding. But I'm not surprised to see him there though.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Maybe he should retire.
Not surprised to see.
Hassan Whiteside.
Definitely not surprised to see him.
Blake Griffin.
Hassan Whiteside fell off when he got that $100 million, man. He fell off.
That's one of the people you talked about the other day that got the bag and then
He
quit.
fell off.
He's definitely one.
He quit basketball at that point.
Because he played hard to get the bag, and then once he got it, he's like,
hard
okay,
to
I'm
get
done.
it. Super hard to get it.
Blake Griffin.
Should retire.
I think his legs are shot.
Dennis Schroeder. You want to talk about how to fumble a bag.
He should slap himself. And he'll still remain on on that free agent list.
You mean to tell me he's not serviceable? I thought he played decent for the Lakers.
He's serviceable,
He's serviceable, man. He's serviceable.
but I'm not surprised to see him on the list.
Not
Either.
surprised at all.
But he's serviceable. He can.
Colin Sexton, who's an unrestricted.
Not surprised. I had high hopes for the Bull, man.
He good.
Really
He
did.
just got hurt.
That's why I'm not surprised. He's been out for too long.
They looking for a deal for him though.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be a part of a nice trade that would help out Cleveland.
Right.
Where? Don't know.
Who knows?
The Nets.
Maybe
If-
Lakers.
if-
Maybe Lakers.
Maybe the Nets. If they end up getting rid of Kyrie, going over to get Colin Sexton, I don't think that would be a bad look at all.
No.
And bring Schroeder over to back him up.
Yeah.
Or Rondo.
Yeah. So there are places.
They might want to stay a little younger, so they may not go.
I'm hearing through my Laker insider that Carmelo Anthony is in talks with maybe coming back to LA. We'll see how that looks.
And real quick, Collins is a restricted free agent,
Yeah,
so
restricted.
he's still
They gotta
on
match-
the Cavs.
They got to match him. If he
RGA. Yep.
That-
RFA.
That's
And then what happens with Miles Bridges?
He can continue to keep working out with Draymond Green, is what I'm hearing.
that's what he'll be doing.
But Detroit shows interest. There are a couple of teams that show interest. I think they kind of want to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough treading right
you know
now.
that. You know that. And then they put another charge on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, athletes and just human beings, period. When you find yourself in a toxic relationship where neither one of you can stop putting your hands on each other, that is a sign that it may be time to walk away. And, from what my peoples are telling me about that situation is both of them are toxic. Both of them, they do a lot of fight, and I don't understand why a lot of relationships sometimes, the two people may be doing a lot of fighting, but they still stay together.
Yeah.
That's toxic. Yeah. If I got to put hands on you, or I feel like I got to put hands on you and vice versa, come on, man.
I'm out the way.
It's time to walk away, especially when it has come to the point where you have, fumbled, basically could have gotten at least $100 million. Easy.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Really, truly is.
It comes from not being able to channel your emotions and make a better decision in sake of a relationship.
Yeah. You messing up my money, man. I can't.
That's toxic, and you know it's toxic.
I can't. I won't. You messing up my quality of life, my livelihood. Well, there's no reason to be here.
Yeah, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Wasn't that a situation with the, and I guess we can make this segue to football, the receiver that played for the Bengals, him and his girlfriend or wife got into it, and he was hanging on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Chris Henry.
Chris
Henry, and she drove off, and he died.
Yeah.
What you thought you was the fall guy?
Come on, bro.
No pun intended.
It's crazy. Unbelievable.
You thought you was Lee Majors or somebody?
Stuntman.
If I'm in a relationship and my woman hops in the car and speeds away, see ya.
Gotta go.
This is I'm gonna have to start watching this.
Yeah, Fall Guy, man. Fall Guy was the best, man. Fall Guy, MacGyver. Fall Guy.
Look,
Just come on, man.
I'll take my chances. Listen to the lyrics, though.
I die for a living. That's what he said.
Just watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new
is a real
Stuff,
thing,
man.
man. The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy.
That was real.
That is classic.
That was real.
It's not worth it.
No,
Not at all. Not
he
even a
realizes
little.
that now. How about having some forward thinking in those
Yeah.
instances? We arguing, you know what? I'm gone. No, but you got to stay there and argue back. Start putting your hands on each other. And you know what's going to lead to that after that.
Yeah.
It's just time. It's time to walk away. We got to do better.
Yeah.
We got to do better under pressure, under stress.
Great.
But putting your hands on anybody, they teach you, we learn this in school, keep your hands to yourself.
Everybody.
All of yous.
You got some women think that they could hit you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
Let me know how that works out for you.
What would you guys do if a woman hit you with her fist?
We done.
Like in the face.
Right in your
Like a
face.
square
And then spit on you.
punch in the face. Well, there's,
Like made your eyes watery.
there's no respect at that point. I can't go where I'm not respected.
Hit and spit.
Oh, yeah, you don't respect me. Yeah, I'm out your way.
That's your answer.
All I have to say is don't think a reaction might not happen, because it just might happen.
Especially if you do it to me. I'm going to put you in the hardest of headlocks. I promise you that.
Give her a noogie, tell her
A noogie.
I'm going to put you in a headlock. Not going to punch you, spit on your back, but the headlock is going to be so tight.
That's a thing.
You're going to feel them ears warming up. That's me. I can only speak for myself.
The ears gonna warm up. Damn.
Keep your hands to yourself, y'all.
Everybody, man. Please.
But yeah, sticking to football.
Yeah.
Your guy, Mr. Maybe he should just play baseball.
Yeah.
He's
Kyler.
not that good of a quarterback.
Kyla.
He's too small to play the position. Kyler Murray for the Arizona Cardinals just signed for how much, Goose?
He got the same deal Deshaun Watson got, for the big number. Except his was only only $160 million
Only.
guaranteed. Only.
That's a lot of money.
Deshaun's is fully guaranteed, obviously, but his is only $160 million.
You know what I saw on
guaranteed.
the Four-Letter Network? Some narratives trying to be created. His leadership. What about people saying his past leadership through the organization isn't good? And I'm saying to myself, well, if they still felt that his leadership was at question, they wouldn't have gave him $160 million guaranteed.
I got a question. So I'm looking at Dak Prescott and Kyler Murray, right? So Kyler Murray got $160 million guaranteed. Dak Prescott's deal is for $160 million. Do y'all think right now that Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?
Not me. I don't believe that.
Well,
And
I
I'm
mean,
not a Cowboy fan.
Kyler had a decent year last year.
I'm not saying he's better,
but
he's beaten Dak a couple times.
Oh,
in
because, so
playoff situations?
No.
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 Because in regular season ball,
he's dominated. He's dominated the Cowboys when they played the Cowboys. Now, I don't think that's a factor in him getting
that's right.
230, other than they felt like and this is what I tell people. I said, look, Kyler Murray is the Arizona Cardinals' best employee.
Yeah.
That's why he got the money he got.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
quit complaining,
You go.
making narratives, saying this and that about who he's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
He's that company's best quarterback.
Absolutely.
His best employee, rather.
Yeah.
So that's why, and it's a private company,
Mhm.
so everybody doesn't have to get paid the same,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And usually quarterbacks get paid the most money.
Yeah.
So
Generally.
that's why he got that.
Yeah.
Now, if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, there's been a lot of high-paid quarterbacks that didn't win a Super Bowl.
Jared Goff.
So he's right. He'll
Well,
just
he
fall
won
right
one,
in line.
But after he got the bag, he ain't winning nothing. I mean, they just got rid of him.
I mean, he went to one.
Yeah.
He went one, but
He's average. And I said, bro,
I wouldn't-
people on the page, he's an average quarterback.
I wouldn't say
You're
Kyler's
not
average, though.
you're not average when you make it to that league.
I wouldn't say he's
You're
average.
you're playing against some of the best football players
No, the best.
in America.
He's the best in the world. So you're not. No, he's not. He's not average.
Yeah, he's not an average quarterback.
No, he's definitely an above average
Yes.
football player for sure.
Yes.
Mike Patton said that Kirk Cousins is probably salivating over his next contract extension.
Said he already plotting. Kirk Cousins has made $85 million in the last 3 years, fully guaranteed, dog.
And it's okay.
And it's perfectly
It's
fine.
okay.
Now, he's not that team's best employee. Dalvin Cook is. But that's who they decided to get the guaranteed bread to.
Yeah.
So
You have what? A scale.
mm-hmm.
The quarterback scale.
Sure.
Kirk Cousins played quarterback.
And Kirk probably made more than that.
Yeah.
He's probably made more than
Kirk
$85
plays
million
quarterback.
guaranteed.
So naturally he's going to get something close in that
Yeah.
QB scale.
Yeah.
Which will be more money than Dalvin Cook because the running
Yes.
back scale is not that.
It's not that.
So, and like I said, it's cool
Yeah.
if they feel like that's the guy that they want to give that money to.
Absolutely.
But he's not average either. He's a quarterback that's been serviceable,
Sure he has.
Service.
Sure he has.
You see all these memes. Well, Mark Sanchez has more playoff wins than Dak, Lamar Jackson, and Kyler Murray combined. Okay.
Butt fumble? Talking
Let
about
me
butt
ask you
fumble?
this, though. Since you want to make playoff wins such a big, grand tuta.
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 Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, you two-time.
How
now.
many Super Bowls does Mr. Sanchez have? The same amount as Dak, Lamar, and Kyler.
Why are we talking about Max?
And I think I would probably guarantee you that one of those playoff wins, those 4 playoff wins that Mark Sanchez has, I guarantee you he would want one of those to be a Super Bowl.
Sure.
Tuta.
Yes. What's the definition? Have him read it. I want to hear the computer dude read it. It's not going to come up.
Oh, man.
Bill just
Tuta.
made up a word.
Italian.
There it
It
is.
means soup.
What does it mean?
It's Italian for soup.
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 Like soup.
Soup.
Oh, soup.
Suit and tie.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Men.
So he lightweight knew what he was talking about when he made it up. You knew what you was talking about. Just say yeah, man. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man,
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Shit, hell on, I know. Ain't gonna tell that lie.
Oh man. No, man. I Kyler Murray. Look, him and Cliff Kingsbury have history,
Yeah.
right? Cliff Kingsbury actually recruited Kyler Murray to come to Texas Tech, and he made his decision to go to Texas A&M. So they have a history. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised that this all fell into place. He's in a perfect situation.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about, him going to play Major League Baseball versus going to the NFL, right? And, I brought it up. Hey, man, it was a perfect situation for him. With the Cardinals having the number 1 pick and Cliff Kingsbury being the head coach and having history with Kyler Murray, that's who he was going to pick, man.
Yeah.
That was his guy. Now, had he gone on to play Major League Baseball, I mean, he was the 9th pick in the draft. So he'd have got a nice little chunk of change off top. Took him a while to work his way up. And, in due time, we probably would have been seeing Kyler Murray signing one of these $100 million deals at some point.
Yeah.
But if you look at his college numbers, they weren't that stellar. Baseball numbers, I'm talking about. They weren't that stellar.
Yeah.
But obviously, scouts believed something to where the Oakland Athletics, soon to be Las Vegas Athletics, drafted Kyler Murray with their 9th pick. They saw something in him. So he was eventually going to be catapulted in Major League Baseball. Here, it was a perfect situation. You got your guy, you the number 1 pick, you the starter pretty much right off top. You gonna get your bag, man. That was gonna happen.
A lot of people would say that, he pretty much gave up his football longevity by playing football. Gave up his sports longevity. More so. You can play baseball longer than football.
Oh, that's obvious.
So but that's what he chose.
He chose that.
He chose. I mean, he probably knows that too. He probably know I could play baseball for the next 20 years.
No question.
But man, I love football though.
There you go.
And that's what he chose.
Yeah. Get your money.
Well, they need to get off his tuta and I'm gonna start using that now.
Tuta.
Tuta. Is that Italian?
Yeah.
Wow. Italian for suit. Tuta.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm never mad when somebody get their money.
Never mad when they get the bag.
How somebody can be mad and complain
in somebody
about
else's
somebody's money is just beyond me.
In somebody else's pockets.
Yeah.
Now, that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Get your money, man.
Man.
Stay out this man's pockets.
Stay out of his pockets, man.
Please get your bread.
Bobby Bonilla is auctioning off his contract.
God bless him. Maximize, man.
That's smart.
Very. As soon as
He's
I saw
about
it,
to
bro,
get
I was like,
more
that
money.
is smart, bro. That's smart.
He's auctioning out the contract that basically outlines him getting paid pretty much until the day he dies.
Deferments.
Yep.
Deferments.
Yep.
Which is fine.
Yep.
As long as they can do it.
I wonder how much somebody's going to pay for that.
Look, man.
And who's going to pay for it?
You have a lot of people that are real live, like there are car collectors, people that collect classic vehicles just because and pay top dollar for them. There are sports memorabilia people that do the exact same thing. Ex O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Sports memorabilia. You got to remember that's a piece of memorabilia.
That is memorabilia, man.
If I'm in the league right now and I'm playing baseball, I'm like, you know what? Before I sign my next contract, let me go ahead and put in on this auction because I want to see what that contract says.
Come on, man.
See if maybe I can do something similar.
Come on, man. Because you got to think it's only a couple people that have ever laid eyes on that thing. Bobby Bonilla and the owners of the of the Metropolitans, and we talking about at that time, because there's a new set of owners now. So Bobby Bonilla is one of a few sets of eyes that's seen that.
Yeah. Somebody will pay money for it.
Somebody will pay top dollar for that thing. I am certain of it.
I was watching the other night the Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire documentary. Again, I saw it before.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe that one dude who caught 70 gave it back to him.
Man.
I'm like, boy, you crazy as a man. I'm not giving it.
What you got on it?
Yeah, what you got?
What you want?
Name your price.
$1 million?
So I was watching the Yankees play Houston the other night, and one of I forgot the guy's name, he hit his first home run. And they sent someone up in the stands to basically negotiate with the person who got the ball what he would do to give that ball up, whether it be a jersey, a signed jersey, another ball, a picture, whatever. But they do send people out to the stands where the ball was caught to negotiate, to do negotiation.
Sure. Yeah, that happens all the time, every
Ask
day.
the price. You could even ask for a couple.
Was
of
it
free
70
tickets.
or was it 63? I think it was 62.
Might have been 62.
It was the one that
62,
he
the one that
broke
broke
Roger
Maris's
Maris's
record. Yeah,
So it was that one.
boy,
It wasn't 70.
I wouldn't give it. I'm not.
But
giving
I
that
wouldn't.
Up. I'm not
Man,
giving that
crazy.
up, dog. I'm not giving that up, dog. You gonna have to come.
Okay, y'all can take me down to negotiate.
Yeah. We can go to the table. Take me up to the press box.
What you want for this?
Yeah, take me up to the owner's suite.
What
We can
you want for
negotiate
this?
up there.
Because everything has a price.
Oh yeah, everything's for sale. Everything and everyone.
But what about Soto?
Oh, Sosa, you mean?
Soto.
Me. Oh, okay. Juan Soto. Thank you. He definitely has a price.
What's his price?
Well, it was 15 years, 420
or something like
440.
that.
40 million.
Yep.
Which, if you do the breakdown in today's Major League Baseball amongst the stars, it's really not even a lot of money. If you do the breakdown, we looking at the 440 million, like, man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but 15
But when you
years.
break it down to 15 years,
Yeah.
which is a lot of people's entire career,
Yeah.
it's really not a lot of money. I think it break down to like $29 million annually or something like that.
So if he could negotiate that thing down to probably 10
10
years,
10
you think
years
he'd
of-
sign it?
400, 10, 400.
He's not going back to Washington, guys. Oh, that's not happening. It's over. He's not going back to Washington. Once they didn't, when he made the All-Star team and they didn't charter his flight to get to LA from DC and made him fly
Commercial.
Made him fly commercial. He got in
that
there.
sign. That was it.
That was the sign. That was the sign. This is my team that I'm going to represent, and they not going to even accommodate me.
Come on, bro.
I don't have to go participate in the home run derby. I got voted in as an all-star, so I'm going to participate in that because I got voted in. But I don't have to participate in the home run derby. I don't. I'm going to represent, first of all, myself, that name on the back of my jersey, the Soto name, and the Washington Nationals. I don't have to do this. And for y'all not to meet me halfway, yeah, man.
So my thing
he's
is,
gone.
why is it a 15-day wait period for him to get drafted? Because they said he'll be traded in 15 days. Why is it the 15 days?
Well,
why don't you just trade for him right now? Trade him away.
Because I just read an article and I actually want to pull it up. Well, it's not going to be the exact article. It was just a tweet from MLB and what the Nationals are actually asking for Juan Soto. Let me pull it up here.
We know it's thick.
Oh, it's thick. It's thick.
We know it's thick.
The Nationals asking price for Juan Soto is 4 to 5 top young prospects. Top prospects. Now, we've sat here and discussed
4 to 5.
4 to 5 top prospects. Like right now, I believe the Baltimore Orioles, as far as their farm system is concerned, can really move the needle with their prospects because they got like the best farm system in Major League Baseball right now. It's weird because they stink. Like they're not a good baseball team, so they just like hold on to prospects. Like it's weird. But that along with a combination or a combo of prospects and major leaguers with low service time. So all young dudes, no vets, will be involved in a trade with Juan Soto. Now, I'm on record saying that, in my opinion, he's the best left-handed bat that we have in Major League Baseball. So when you look at this dude at 23 years old, he's worth it. Juan Soto's worth it. And shout out to DB's Banks. He'll tell you that DB's an old Montreal Expos fan. So he's been a fan of this team for a really long time. Juan Soto's worth it. But are teams willing to come up off of their future? That's the question. For one guy, are they willing to do that? If anybody's worth it right now in Major League Baseball as we speak, it'd be Juan Soto. And I'll put that on record, man. He's worth it, bro.
Well, I think he's worth it. It's. I don't think it would be the Baltimore Orioles. Mm-hmm. I think one of these major.
It's
contending teams are going to try to shoot after him.
Absolutely.
Some people say San Diego. Some people say
Boston.
Boston. Some people might say
Boston.
The Giants.
Boston got washed the other night too. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yeah. Some people say the Giants.
Giants.
And the
Giants is there.
and the Yankees and the Dodgers
are right there.
Are in there.
Yep.
To
think they're
make
like
the deal too.
2 or 3 on his on the landing spot. Actually, the Cardinals as well. Mm-hmm. Cardinals is actually a landing spot for him too. Yeah, because they can use some outfield help and another bat.
I don't think Yankees would be able to afford my guy and Soto.
Man, they don't give a damn about money, man. They don't care, bro.
Really don't.
They don't. They've never cared about money, bro. Ever.
Not when it comes to acquiring.
They need to take care of.
They got to take care of
that dude first.
And that will happen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Giving both of them $200, $400, $500 million contracts.
But understand this though, Juan Soto is still under his current deal for the next 2 seasons.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever trades for him,
got to trade.
Don't have to pay him immediately.
No,
they don't. So you can get 2 real good years of service out of Juan Soto before you have to pay him.
Yeah.
So it actually is possible for him to go to New York, to LA, and help those ball clubs win. It's possible.
And it wouldn't surprise me.
It's possible.
When they finally negotiate a trade that it might be Dodgers or it could be the Yankees.
Can we negotiate to get more black people in seats? Mookie Betts.
Yeah, man.
It's talking about. Can we negotiate that?
I don't think that's worth negotiating. I don't think you negotiating that, man. I think that just needs to happen. Something like that just needs to go down.
I don't think baseball, as of now, it may be back in the day, is as sexy for us to want to go and support. There's still a lot of racism in baseball too.
Tons.
I'm gonna tell you that's why I didn't continue my baseball career at Western High School after my 10th grade year because of the racial situation that was presented to me. I played JV my 10th grade year. Ain't no pat on my back, but I was the best player on the team.
Yeah.
So the next year, my junior year, they wanted me to play, and they still wanted me to sit behind the dude that I was better than. And I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Because who was the guy? It was political, right?
Well, his dad was a big time lawyer,
Probably gave money.
and
to the program.
he's a booster.
Booster.
Booster. And it was told to me that you're going to play, but we have to start him.
Mm.
Why?
So
If you're trying to win,
so you're gonna let him get the first 7 innings, and I come in and
I mean, and baseball was my first love. I love baseball. I played it. I played that in football.
Yeah.
I ran track. I had to resort to just running track after that because baseball and track
run the same
season.
Yeah.
So I don't want to really say that baseball has a racist,
Too tough?
is racist too tough. But yeah,
It does. It does though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
and it's deep rooted.
yeah.
And this is the reason why the average fan age is 56 years old right now, because basketball and football seems to gather more people in what's the word I'm looking for? Better environments or more environments that are just better overall. Like baseball it's still a racist environment. That's just what it is. Like we dating back to Negro League time.
Yeah,
when
but
they would not allow that's deep
but
rooted, bro.
That's deep rooted. But
Super.
I think today, the reason why that is because there's just more white kids playing it. There's more white kids playing the game. Black kids are gravitating to football and basketball. That's been that way, and the initiative for more black kids to play baseball has been there for about 30 years.
Yeah, with RBI.
But you can't get them. I forget the gentleman who had the squad at Doolittle, the Giants.
Mhm.
I forget his name.
But
he had his little team, but kids just wouldn't gravitate to baseball like they will basketball and football.
Maybe me and you should get into the youth baseball and start going into the inner city and getting kids back involved in baseball and start a team.
Hey,
I'm serious.
There's been a few people who've done it,
Yeah.
and I don't see them around anymore.
well, the Bolden Little League is still up and running.
Yeah,
It had died out obviously because of COVID, but it's back up and running and is very successful. Now, when we played in Northtown, it was Marty Berry Little League. I don't even know if Marty Berry Little League exists anymore, because when we played, there were mostly black and brown kids out there.
But what I'm saying is if we put the programs back into the inner city community
Mhm.
and make it sexy again, make it big again,
Mhm.
and start having tryouts and telling, putting flyers on people's cars and taking them door to door and letting people know, hey, we have a baseball team that is going to be holding tryouts here in the neighborhood. Maybe kids will come out, is what I'm saying. And
True.
we don't have enough leadership in the community when it comes to starting youth sports from the ground up.
now I think the Legion baseball organization is still going
Yeah,
on.
it's still
Because isn't that the
That's high
organization
school level.
that sends teams to like the Little League World Series and stuff like that?
Well, Legion is a little bit different from Little League World Series. Legion
Yeah.
is more high school based, but the programs are still in place. But like Dre said, the kids just aren't gravitating to it because, first of all, you got to be patient, and kids just aren't patient. They're not. They just aren't. It's right now. I need it right now. I got to have it right now. So you're not going to get kids like that because they don't want to be patient.
I think it could be done.
It can be. I mean, because you have to have clinics too. You have to have clinics to have people, qualified people to teach these kids position play.
Yes.
I think we can find enough people who played in high school and college that still live here in Las Vegas that are willing to donate their time a couple of hours a week or however many hours a week it costs to or it takes to come out and show the young kids what you've learned and position play and things like that, and have a head person. We can have a person start one in North Las Vegas, one in West Las Vegas, and with the Major League Baseball team that will be coming here in Las Vegas, I think that they would salivate over the opportunity to send some of these Major League Baseball players into the inner city to make a face, show a face, and help restart this baseball program. You have to find coaches and mentors who are passionate enough to go into the community and do it. And I think we can do it.
Sure.
Man,
it's going to take some money.
There's two people that I can think of right now that played high school and played in the pros and was good in high school and pros, and one, that I can think of right now that could possibly jumpstart something like what you're saying. You got Nate Cromwell, Savante Singleton. These was big time baseball players here in Vegas when they was in high school. They both got drafted. Even Anthony Lewis, who went to Rancho, he played in the, I want to say he played in the Cardinals organization his entire career. Now he's I know he used to be a basketball ref. I don't know if he still is, but those are qualified people right there.
And we speak currently, man. Tommy Pham is in the league right now.
Yeah,
right.
Somebody like that, that the kids can physically see right now.
Yeah,
that's from here.
Yeah.
I mean, that can put into their mind, man, Tommy Pham from right here in Vegas, man, Durango High School. We can be Tommy Pham.
The thing about the game of baseball is you really have to love it.
Gotta love it.
Because it's boring. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's not boring. When you playing it.
When you playing it, not so much.
It's boring, but if you watching it and you see some of the nuances of the game, man, you know why, and you got to know why you need to work on these things to be a great baseball player.
Yeah, I think just situationally, if you looking at situations, like, dang, man, so many things can happen. I got a runner on second and the ball get hit in the right center gap. What do I do? Yeah. Like it's so many things that can derive from situation. That's why when we played, we practiced situational baseball. Yeah. It wasn't just coach, hitting ground balls to the infield, hitting pop flies to the outfield.
Oh, that's one of the things that you really need to work on is situational baseball.
Got to work on situational baseball.
Yeah, man. Because if you don't, you got to know who to go to if you want to do a triple play, a double play.
Absolutely. All of that.
How to hit the cutoff man.
Absolutely.
The pitcher has to back up the center.
Absolutely.
Has to back up the catcher.
Yep.
When a ball is hitting the outfield.
Yep.
A base hit out in the outfield.
Yep.
So the catcher runs down first base line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things.
It can be done, though.
Yeah.
Man.
Right?
It can.
And I really believe in order to bring the love back for baseball, we actually have to have it available for the kids in the community.
Absolutely.
They're not going to go out and seek it on their own.
No.
But what families in the inner city are looking for are sporting events that are in the area, things that they could put their kids in that is in their part of town. And we need to bring baseball into these parts of towns so that we're able to bring baseball back to where it used to
if
be.
you centralized it, that would be good enough.
Yep.
Even if you centralized the baseball facility or whatever in a central location, that would be fine enough.
That would be good too.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio. Your guy, Dre Bailey,
Ankles tummy.
Bill Blockham, Logan. We got a caller. Caller. What's your name? What's your question?
What's up, guys? It's Kev Ray from No Plays Off Sports Talk.
Shout out
What's up,
Kev
brother?
Ray, man.
Kev Ray,
Chicago's finest, man. What's good
What's
with
up
you, bro?
with it, G?
Yeah, man. Hey, great conversation. Great show so far. Hey, check it out. So I'm kind of in Little League here in
Yes.
town, and right now the leagues are in the more established neighborhoods. And
Yeah.
when I say established, I mean the ones with the money.
Yep.
They got Little League in Silverado. They got Little League in Anthem.
Some-
Of course.
Little League in Shadow Ridge.
Of course.
Little League all over this town, except for in our neighborhood, except for the Bowdoin Area Command. And Goose, you might know this.
Mhm.
The majority of the coaches in the area Bowdoin Command, Little League, are police officers who
Yes.
don't even have kids on the team.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
And that's a shame because we're not even involved in our own kids. The guys that's come there, the kids that's coming to that area to play baseball, we got police officers coaching,
Yep.
which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, because
Yeah,
I think
it's a
we
great
need
thing.
that
Absolutely.
crossover also.
Yep.
But man, I don't want to take a lot of the time. I just
No.
want to say I believe the team in Shadow Ridge right now is one game away from going to California to be in the Little League World Series
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
right now.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
just checking it out. Yeah. Hey, you guys keep it up, man. Great
Hey,
show,
man.
man.
Appreciate
All right,
it,
brother.
Kev
Thanks
Ray.
for the call.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. That's
No problem.
He's right.
He is right.
He's
and,
correct.
And I really believe, because I see, and he's right, we see a lot of little leagues around town, but they are in the Summerlins, the Shadow Ridges, the Hendersons, places like that where they're not inner city areas.
Yeah, we just got Bowdoin Area
I'm
Command
talking
Little League
about
back.
the inner city areas. We need to have an inner city baseball team on the west side, and we need one in North Las Vegas.
And let's be 100% real about it. It's going to take money, man.
That's what I said. It's going to take some money
It's
too.
going to take money. You're going to have to get some. Because I guarantee you, all these other teams got big time
Yeah, they got big bread.
donations.
Right? Now,
great.
peep this out.
Donors.
Say we get a major league team, and you start a baseball team in West Las Vegas. I start one in North Las Vegas. We get a major league baseball team, and we write them a letter letting them know that we need funding for our youth in the inner city as far as baseball.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that to start bringing people closer to baseball when we have a major league team, their PR department would love
Oh yeah.
to donate some bats,
Absolutely.
some balls,
Absolutely.
some gloves,
Sure.
some bases even,
Sure.
things like that
Sure.
to the inner city. We can do it. I'm telling you, if we
no doubt
get
about it.
enough people on board
No
and
doubt.
really go hard in the paint on bringing baseball into the inner city, we can bring baseball back to where we need it to be.
No doubt. I look. Shout out to Mario's Westside Market, man. They've done a tremendous job with bringing the Bowdoin Baseball League back to Doolittle Community Center, man. Mario has donated tons of equipment, uniforms. So it's a thing on the west side.
Yeah.
I think in other areas, like you mentioned, where we grew up on the block,
Yeah.
Marty Berry Little League is not there anymore. That's where I grew up playing baseball at Petiti Park. The city has expanded so much now to where these kids are spread out, like really, really spread out. So I think that's a great idea, and I believe it can happen.
It can be done.
Now, when you talking about getting the kids actually interested in the game.
They will if it's in their neighborhood.
No question. But I'm talking about even at a larger scale. When you look at the World Baseball Classic, which is actually going to be coming back 2023, when these different countries get to compete against one another, you're not just seeing white faces.
No, you're not.
You're seeing black and brown faces competing against one another, and the kids need to see that at a high level. Once they get to see that at a high level with a stadium with 40, 45, 50,000 people in it watching this, that's when the interest is sparked.
Okay, so but you have to start somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
Baby steps.
No
first,
doubt about it.
Right. So putting a baseball team in your inner city community, right? Getting people to come out and be interested. Having all of those kids, whether it be 20, 30 kids interested in baseball, taking those kids to an actual baseball game here in Las Vegas so they can see what it's all about.
Sure.
Then holding some tryouts. There are steps, but I believe that it can be done.
Absolutely.
We have to have more people in our community be leaders instead of waiting until something is already built. Go out and let's build it together. Let's do it. Because we're not going to get a Keanu Reeves that come into our neighborhood.
Right.
And get these kids to play baseball. It's going to take some of our own community leaders that grew up in that neighborhood loving the game of baseball, playing baseball, to give back to the community so we can have something of our own. That's just how I feel. It can be done, and wherever I can help to get it started, I'm on board for that.
Absolutely.
I'm with it.
Absolutely.
Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, your guy Dre Bailey, Bill Blockham, Logan. We appreciate the call. Can't break. NFL camps are opening up soon, and so just want you guys to know that.
Kansas City opened theirs 2 days ago. Your boy Pat Mahomes walked through
like this outfit
with the Negro League jump off, man. I like that, man. Dedicated to the Kansas City Monarchs, man. Old Satchel Paige, Buck O'Neal, and them. So that was a good look. Raiders opened their camp. It's a few more teams that's opening up here over the next couple of days, and everybody should be in camp by Monday. All teams should be fully in camp by Monday.
Yeah, Raiders started their camp a little earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say Kansas City's what's the day? The 23rd, man. Shout out to my little bros. It's my little bro's birthday today too, man. Happy birthday, homeboy. Kansas City opened theirs on the 21st, I believe it is. And I think Green Bay opens up either tomorrow or Monday.
Yeah.
I think that'll complete. Everybody will be in camp by then, man. So it's crucial, man. It's a lot of stuff coming up, man. Jimmy G has been given the green light to seek the trade.
Because y'all going to the Super Bowl now that y'all got the backup.
No, that's not a foregone conclusion. Come on, man. Y'all want him?
He gives y'all the best.
Y'all want to give us a second and a fourth?
We're not giving up nothing.
A second and a fourth?
You know us. We ain't giving up nothing. But we'll take Jimmy G.
I was just asking. Well, I mean, to take the $27 million off the books?
No, we ain't doing that.
No, you just said you'd take him.
We would.
You got to take his money.
But you have to look at the Steelers organization. When have we ever done anything like that? We just haven't. So
then you won't take him then.
We would if he wasn't
he
expensive.
Had that $27 million tag with him.
Y'all need to keep him. Hey, big ups to Noah Lyles, man.
Yeah,
who
man.
Beat 1996 Michael Johnson's 200 record,
yes,
man.
Sir.
That boy was out there moving.
Yes,
and when he was running, I said, that boy looking like Michael Johnson right now. Ended up breaking his record.
Broke his American record. Absolutely, man. Noah Lyles, man. Him, Fred Curley. All them dudes, especially Fred Curley, man, making that switch from his his 400-meter days at Texas A&M, and now being a sprinter, a dead sprinter now, man, and flourishing in the 100, man. Shout out to those.
And that's a
dudes out
hard
there in Oregon.
transition.
That's a very different,
I ran,
totally different race, bro.
Yeah, I ran the 2 and the 4. Wasn't a 100 guy, and I was better in the 400, but making that transition from 400 to 100 it's just night and day. It's night and day,
bro. Not even close, bro. Absolutely, man.
Love y'all, man. We appreciate all of the support.
That's what Mommy Rocket said the other day.
Yeah, man.
Shelly Ann Fraser Price.
Yes,
she said she knew that forget her name.
The chick from England.
No.
Where's she from?
No, Abby.
He
knew
Abby Steiner.
She said, I know Abby Steiner is a good 400-meter runner, so I have to get out fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then maintain my speed all the way down.
Yeah.
He said, but I knew I had to get out fast. So my first 100, I had to smoke her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, there's some levels to
Oh yeah.
Some strategies and levels to these things too.
Yeah.
There's one more day left up in Eugene too, man, for the world championships too, man. First time on American soil.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man, to think that this is the first time Worlds has been held in America.
Yeah.
And they picked Tracktown, USA, man.
It's
Why not?
Great thing, man. I
Yes,
love
it
it,
is.
man.
Yes, it
I love it, man. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. Your guy Dre Bailey,
Man, Goose Thomas.
Bill Blockham Logan, man. We appreciate y'all. Please follow Let the Ball Bounce on all of your social media handles for the best sports talk radio show in the land. And guess what, man? If you're scared,
You better go to church.